I know they out here talking like I ain't the man, like I ain't gon' doing every single thing they said I can, like I ain't been holding off the tape and giving them a chance, like I ain't afraid to switch the floor up like a change of plans. Change the plans of these rappers, readjust your whole summer. You ain't seen the projections, boy, you gon' be outnumbered. Can't afford not to win, losing ain't in the budget, and it's far from an option, that's why we never discuss it. We don't got that writing, that's just something we know. Ain't no lights to the altitude, everything is a go. I ain't noticed your progress, what you don't understand is everybody sounding like a little boy to the man. You should know I'm always on my grind, always on my grind. Keep it 9 to 5, I be on my job all the time. Everything is mine, everything is mine. Understand me, if I said it then I mean it, I ain't lying. Understand me, you ain't get it, you should read between the lines. Understand me, no suggestions, clearly I've been doing fine. Understand me, couldn't see me if I opened up the blinds. Understand me, don't request a feature, I ain't got the time. Understand me, yeah I said it, yeah I said it. Don't come to me for help when your career is looking desperate, yeah I said it, yeah I said it. Should probably give me brain, cause she knows just where I'm headed, life is funny, ain't it funny, right? Told you don't disturb me when I'm trying to get this money right.
Happy Monday to most. Well, it is a Monday, and of course, you know, Mondays are Mondays, so we're waiting for D-Man to get here. If you don't know Apex Traffic, well, you just don't know. Thanks for joining us. That video was brought to you by Chris Bizzano. You can find him on Instagram at BXZZANO. And he's an awesome photographer. He's an awesome videographer. If you're joining us today on YouTube, don't forget you can go over to the right-hand side, scroll down to the bottom. You can hit live chat and join us, as we are also here looking and reading your comments. So definitely join in there. And you know, Chris Bizzano has joined up with a guy named Murky, Devin Merklin, and Merk runs Murky's Apparel. He does all of our stickers, does all of our t-shirts, everything, man. Great group of guys who are in college right now doing, you know, I forget what the hell it's called every time, damn it. Business marketing. I'm pretty sure it's business marketing is their major, and they have already teamed up together to provide small businesses or even big businesses the opportunity to get the analytics of everything that you do online for your business. And it's called GroupX, GRUUPX.com. And what they'll do is they'll go in and make sure that you're on top on the internet, because if you're not on top on the internet, then you are suffering, your business is suffering, because when, you know, smartphones these days, they grab your location and then they find the nearest thing near you. But if you're not on top, then it's not going to put you on the first thing that they pull up if they're close to you. So great group of guys. Check them out. I promise you, they are worth every freaking penny. You know, and as a small business owner, I know the numbers matter, you know. So if you end up spending a little bit of money with them, as long as the return's more than what you spent, you made your money back. It was worth every penny. And once they get you up there, you're there. You know what I mean? So definitely check them out. You know, if you guys are catching this show after hours, definitely check us out. You can ask us questions, apexarttalk@gmail.com. Just send us pictures or something you wish for us to talk on, and we'll do the best that we can. Also, you know, if you can't watch us, you can always go to SoundCloud an hour or so after the show ends and check us out at ATF Art and Entertainment Talk. I'm just definitely having a Monday. Well, I hope you guys aren't having a Monday, and we're going to carry on. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Hopefully most of it's kind of funny. Trying our best not to get too serious, even though the world is, you know, daily getting serious on us. Oh, here's D-Man. He made it. What? Sweet tea. What's up, brother?
Much, man.
You doing all right?
Yes, sir.
Well, we just kicked it off, so you didn't miss anything at all. So,
All right.
but yeah. So it's Monday. So I've got a cool mix for us today. As far as Monday goes, I can't. You know, we went out and played a national airsoft competition yesterday, and I know every single person on our team is feeling it today. I got one of them strawberries that you had last week, bro.
Ooh,
check this out.
Caught one. Shit. Oh, yeah. Damn.
Yep, that's from Airsoft, baby, right there.
Yeah. Shit.
Got shot in the back.
I ain't catch one of those. I did a lot of running, though. I can say that I did a lot of running yesterday up and down them hills, bro.
Them hills,
I
bro.
did not expect that yesterday, bro. Like, I'm talking about creeks and everything.
I'm telling you, man. I
Was,
definitely felt like a fat kid. I was at muscle failure.
oh, bro. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
like,
that reminded me of Oklahoma, man.
Right.
This is like Oklahoma's mostly flat, but where
Right.
we lived, it was like the end of the Colorado Rockies and shit. And so if you
right.
wanted to go hunting, you was walking some hills.
Bro, it was deep yesterday, man. We just had people slipping. I had a little girl almost slip into the creek. The little girl that was with us, like, she almost slipped into the creek. And I'm like, man, you gotta come on. It was fun, though.
Wow.
I definitely enjoyed it. It was definitely a workout. I could say that.
Yeah.
Stanford
Oh, we got
oh yeah.
Yeah, so North Carolina's back in the spotlight with the
Voice.
with the whole voice. There's a couple of them, so
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with all of them, but this is the one with Gwen Stefani and that other country dude that date each other or whatever. And so Sanford Teen has made it onto The Voice, and he got the attention of I think 3 out of the 4 judges, which is weird to me. Is because I'm gonna play this for you, and he's kind of a country singer. I felt like his music was country, and the country dude didn't turn around.
He didn't.
I don't know if he's just worried about showing favoritism
Right.
toward because he's a country music artist or whatever. That he's just not he's not feeling the country music. I don't know. I don't think country music is what it
Used to be.
Yeah, definitely.
What? They changed up country music now?
Let me see here. How come I can't move this?
Well, she don't take my spot. Okay.
No, man, we don't
Fucking
need her to be taking
Jessica
your spot.
Patrick. She got some nerve. I'm at you on Instagram.
There we go. Okay, so let me shrink this thing down and then I'm gonna play it for you. Well, we got our WRAL host looking all funny.
I know, right?
So this is what he had to say.
A young man from Sanford will be one of the first contestants on this season of The Voice.
Trouble, 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 trouble.
What happened? Make him reload this shit. There we go.
What a talent. 18-year-old Britton Buchanan is a senior at Lee County High School. He's lived in Sanford his entire life. Buchanan has performed all across the area, including Cary, Raleigh, Apex, and
Bro should have stopped by and got a tattoo before he left. He looked familiar, bro.
Yeah.
I started performing when I was 10 or 11 at the local theater, Temple Theater here in Sanford. But musically, I think about 12 years old, I started.
Spectrum's already
this
doing
thing
us
called
wrong
Temple
this morning,
Theater.
people.
Early, too.
As like a song and dance thing at the theater, and then it kind of took off from that.
We learned that he's a huge fan of Bruce Springsteen. Buchanan's blind audition performance on The Voice blew the coaches away. One of the coaches uses a block for the first time to prevent a rival from getting Buchanan. Find out tonight which coach he picked. You can catch Britton's performance on the season premiere of The Voice. The show airs right here on WRAL at 8 o'clock.
There you go. So
That's what I'm talking
that's
about.
tonight. That was news this morning. So
Look at it. We are on the map out there. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That right there should that's hope. You made it.
let me see what our feed status is because I don't like it when they freeze us up like that.
Yeah, and be buffering and shit.
Yeah.
What did you guys
Hey,
think?
who this?
Who is that? Oh. CT Radio 85.
So, CT Radio, what's up? Thanks for joining us. We did actually last week talk about Fergie's performance. I mean, we both really thought that it was good that she tried something new.
I thought it was.
But there were fucking
That shit was
some
horrible.
pretty damn off notes.
That shit was horrible.
And then who was the other dude? Who was
21 Savage.
21 Savage, dude. Dude, if people are paying attention to Fergie and not 21 Savage, man, there's something wrong with America.
They both fucked up. Whoever hired both of them need to lose their job. He should have never performed a halftime.
Yeah, she should have practiced that routine more than once, because that's all it sounded like she did.
She probably would have got away with it if she would have had the whole Black Eyed Peas out there, you know, some bass and some extra shit, some little bit of drums or some shit, you know.
throw off the off notes. Yeah, we wanted all the Black Eyed Peas, not just
like somebody was unraveling aluminum foil.
Not just MILF money.
Yeah, that's all it was. But you know, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. But
she'll bounce back from it. You know, it comes with the game. You know, she gonna take some wins and losses.
But definitely thanks for asking the question.
And tell her not to pull that
so
shit,
before we go into everything that's going on in the entertainment community, Wilmington got on the map. I think it was Sunday night. So apparently this gentleman had. Let me pop this up here real quick. Every time, huh?
It's not even over. Well, it is now.
But so a guy gets in a car crash. He instantly jumps out of his car, fires a gun into the air, strips down naked, and runs off into the woods.
Bro, was that the guy that was off the 4 grams? I promise you, I just read the similar story the other night. A guy was doped up off 4 grams of blow and took off running through the town ass naked. Like they have a video and everything,
Let's see. Is this?
I'm like, yo, you got
no. Well, they said no possible motive was for the series of actions have been provided. So we definitely know that some speed or something was involved in this, because every time you see somebody naked running from the cops, they're on fucking speed, man.
It's horrible.
So
he crashed the vehicle. What about the chick that crashed her car into the barriers at the White House?
Ooh,
yeah. That was crazy. They said she had done something like it before, but I would think, you know.
She's in Guantanamo Bay right now.
She better be in Guantanamo Bay, bro. Alcatraz, one of the least, somewhere.
Yep. You best believe it. She's taking one of them water towels to the face. and it ain't a spa.
CT Radio has some questions for us. What software are you guys using to record your live feed? What do we use?
It's OBX.
Yeah, he said OBS or OBX. He said OBS.
OBS, right? OBS, yeah, 21.0.1.
Yeah. Did you catch that? CT Radio 85. That's a hacker name right there. We gotta watch you, bro.
Oh yeah, and then we use. You know, if you go up on Google and just check reviews, like, don't just take the first one, obviously, because some people pay for the review to be up there. But just check out other YouTubers and vloggers and all that and see what they use. I forget the name. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Audacity is what we use to get our audio up onto SoundCloud. So they're not the best, but they are free, and they do a good job. I mean, you know, everything that we put together, we're brand new at this. We never done it before, so every week we're learning something new, and we're putting it on here, and it's handling it pretty well. OBS, you know, every time you shut it off, turn it back on, it'll catch any updates, so it stays all the time. You know, if you're worried about something's happening or something's acting funny, shut it down, put it back up, and it'll update. So yeah, it's good stuff. So in other news, entertainment, somebody has got a hold of Drake's handwritten notebook from back in the day.
The first one that he lost. Yeah. He tweeted about, well, he rapped about that.
Let me see which one of these is going to work best for our, if it even pops up. So yeah, right here. Let me see if I can fix this filter real quick.
54K, that's it?
Yeah, well, that's what surprised me the most.
54, that's it?
Let me see here. I'll take everything off here.
Oh, notebook. Where the hell did they find it?
It doesn't say. It just says that it is basically.
They stole it and tried to sell it back to him a couple years after. That's what I'm talking about.
There we go. So this is from TMZ. Basically, it's written in his handwriting. Yeah, beat up old Drake book.
Fucking journal out. That's crazy.
Including what appears to be the rapper's homepage to Biggie Smalls 10 Crack Commandments.
That was my jam right
there,
right? Bro. If you ain't heard 10 Crack Commandments, I don't advise you listen to it.
Oh,
this
the
early.
notebook was recovered from Drake's grandpa's furniture factory in Toronto about 10 years ago.
That's where Drake left it at, man.
Said it was nearly thrown out until someone cleaning up nabbed it. Basically, they stole it.
Damn, so 54K.
I like how they put stole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They stole that shit. They just nabbed it. That must be the Canadian word for
fucking
fucking stealing some shit.
Thief. You fucking stole it.
Yep.
It's
And I
included.
cannot believe that that's only going to go for 54,000.
Man,
That shit should go for $1 million.
probably $2 million.
Yep. So
I remember that too. I always had friends who be like, Drake gonna be famous one day. And I was like, who the hell is Drake? Next thing you know, he was singing all these little light skinned girls, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's Drake.
back when I did my day, we were all trying to be the Drake, making it from nowhere.
Yeah. I have both OBS. And
Yeah, you on the right track, CT.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Definitely hit us up on apexarttalk@gmail.com if you need any kind of help. We'll definitely help you, man. We ain't haters here. We'll help you however we can.
Where you reaching out from anyway, by the way, just to kind of see where our viewers are actually coming from?
Yeah.
I had somebody shout, like, it was like Rome.
And so our whole job here is to make sure your day goes a little bit better. Maybe your week is more inspired because we're here talking shit about your boss and just kind of highlighting the things that we missed during the week. And so I found this really hyphy dude, man. I was just like, dude, he has a pimp fucking ride. He playing some fucking Trick Daddy in the background, and he is getting down, bro.
Okay.
And so I couldn't think of a better way to help you start your Monday than to watch this guy just.
Oh, that's the homie right there.
So if your Monday ain't like this guy's Monday, you doing it wrong.
He be vibing out. Every video you catch him in, he just be chilling. He be vibing and dancing. Yeah, OG Magnum. That's his name on Instagram.
Look at that car, though.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, he out there living. That's one of them
Hey,
car
you're not
fest.
supposed to be seeing that. And so, ever since D-Man over here hyped me to World Star, now that's part of our forecast for the day's talk, you know what I'm saying? So we can get up there and just try and improve your Monday because too much serious shit's going on, and we'd love to inform you guys, but we're not trying to bring you down. And so we trying to find the funny, the odd, the weird. I wish I could find that wicked old man just fucking getting down.
Which one?
There's one on there. I don't think it's on World Star, but man, the dude was in the mall and this girl started dancing and he came up, he was walking by and he just stopped and started dancing and everybody was just like, damn, and started recording him. You know who else I should have got? I should have got Spider-Man. Give me Spider-Man, dude.
Spider-Man
You remember Spider-Man?
He used to fucking dance.
No, well, there's a dude dressed as Spider-Man, and he dancing to some old school music
talking about dude in
a
the
comic shop.
Oh, I thought you were talking Spider-Man. They got like a New York version of Spider-Man. He walk around in these Timbs and like doing all this crazy stuff, bro.
It probably is the same guy, but dude, just type in
Spider-Man. He over here getting it, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That looks like him.
He is getting it too. Yeah. Oh, he is jamming.
Yeah, we need Mondays like that, man.
He vibing that. Okay.
It's one chick. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. That's in the mall, bro. And he gets down, dude. Send me that right now so I can put this up here.
Oh man, she just came out of nowhere and started jamming with him. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's see.
I guess. It was a video going around. Trending from a rapper.
You know what might help?
What's up?
Right now is if I just turn the Wi-Fi off on the shit I'm not using. But yeah, man, we had a great fucking weekend. We had the whole fucking airsoft team out there, which never happens.
It was live.
Look, that was my last hit.
The last, oof. Yeah.
That's how they got me out of the last game. You see that? There's a little blood blister right there. That's how they got me out of the game. And I ruled epically at the end, bro.
Boom.
So I was having my legs were like in constant cramp walking up them hills because we was trying to cut around. You had already left at that point, but I started to cramp up. So I was like, well, I'm gonna take it slow because I don't really want to hurt myself. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm gonna cover the rear. Well, they got the package to the place that they needed to get it to, and they were like, they're going to do some diplomat shit. Well, I'm sitting there looking at the enemy from the top of the hill, and I see him mounting for an offensive. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to be your eyes and ears from the side. And I snuck up behind the bus, behind the net. And, dude, I lobbed a fucking grenade into the bus.
Oh, shit.
Like that, bro. There was 3 of them in the bus, right? The grenade hit the net and bounced back toward me.
Oh,
so I dipped behind the tree, and it blew up. And like, I waited a minute and 30 seconds. I was like, well, they're still not coming after me.
Nope.
They didn't see me at all, bro. I fucking saw
man.
the 3 top players. One was in the bus, and 2 of them were creeping behind the bus.
Didn't even see
I
you.
ran right up to the net and shot all of them in the fucking back.
shit.
They were so salty,
That's what I'm
right?
talking about.
That isn't even the end of it, right? I start sneaking around to get into the city past the net, and 2 of the guys in green saw me, and they went like this. So you know what I did? I was like that, and they kept on walking, dude. They thought I was somebody else.
Fucking friendly.
And I walked around the edge of the net, and I nailed them. They're like, you cheated. I said, what do you mean I cheated? You gave me a thumbs up.
I gave you a thumbs up.
You know, you obviously couldn't tell who I was because you gave me the thumbs up.
Silly asses, man. It's definitely funny out there. Yes, it is.
And yeah, so that's how they got me, people. Right here.
To the finger.
Yep, that's how I died yesterday in the last game.
Mm.
But I was picking them off left and right with a broken gun. Did you send it?
Yeah.
Let me see here.
OG Pollard is what they call him.
There we go.
He is jamming, too.
All right, so we're going to pull this up for you. OG Pollard. This is how your Monday should look, people.
In the shoe store. He in the flea market.
They probably gonna flag us for this, but I don't give a shit.
Hey.
Look at this. She gonna.
That's what I'm talking about. Positive vibe.
Hey, this just goes to show you only as old as you feel, right?
Exactly. I thought Shorty in the back was about to come out of joint too. They probably think he her pimp or something. You got her right
You
here
know that
dancing
shit
for
made
money.
his day.
Look at she grabbing the kids in the back like, let's get the hell up out of here. Lord. Can't even go shopping no more.
I'm surprised people walking by ain't even smiling, bro.
Like,
That's how you know your Mondays suck, when you can't smile at people.
oh, they done took it. Okay. Oh, wow.
Damn.
That's what I'm talking about. You done hit the
That's a
damn-
Monday right there. Oh man,
What's that?
smiling big now.
D-Bird just walked into the image. Yo, they got lit.
So
That's
if
what
your
I'm talking
Monday,
about.
if your Monday don't look like this, you doing it wrong, people.
He is still going too. Like how people just walking through the video like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. They ain't call security or nothing.
Look, that dude just turned around. Hey, we ain't about to be on this video, bro.
Yeah.
I got a warrant. Yeah, I appreciate you finding that, man.
Oh,
I needed
yeah,
that this
man.
morning.
That was live right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I still got a little bit more from World Star though. 'Cause
Oh, shit.
I found a good one this morning. I was just, I'm paying through it now that you brought it to my attention. And that's the title of our show. Was this one right here?
She burned me.
Yeah, this is just a little skit. Right
Oh shit, that's how that. Yo, that's the homie right there. Oh, so you burning, huh? God, there you go. If you do not follow this man on Instagram at HaHa Davis or Pops the Father,
I'm gonna leave his little signia over here.
He is very funny.
What's going on? She burnt me. I need you to tear down them condoms and build some new condoms because they don't work. If they did, you wouldn't be here. We gotta get down to the clinic. That thought is a boiling pot. A wee hurt. My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. I'm hotter than a firework on the 4th of July. You got an HS. You got a hot side. But you wanted to hit it raw? That pussy should be against the law. It damn near killed you. It's about to fall off. Beg your pardon. We gotta take off. But you wanted to jump in the head first? Now you need first aid. I'm not your maid. Goodbye. Knock it off. I don't think you get my lingo. I'm finna get ready for bingo. That's your mandingo. I'm single. See you later. Hell, see you act like this. I mean, when you was over there fucking Rhonda, you should have found you a condom. You topping me off, and now it's about to fall off. Damn it, STD, if you stand for sorry that happened to your dick.
Yeah, bro, I had to make this is too much, huh?
Bro, he said stand for sorry that happened. And what's up? He made a separate Instagram for Pops the Father. The other character that he plays, he has a whole separate Instagram.
We gotta get that.
So they play 2 different roles, and they just kind of come together. They be like, "Hey, son, I need you to tear down the economy and build me a whole new economy. The world fucked up." Like, I just like the way he come into his videos. The original, but the ones where he do the jail scenes, them are funny, bro. You should definitely just skim through it, bro. I hope that woke y'all up this morning, man.
Yeah, so you should, I mean, definitely, we got a weird brand of art for you today. It's definitely gonna be up there in the noise category.
Oh, shit.
But if you're just joining us, remember you can go down to go over to the right hand side, scroll down to the bottom, hit live chat. You can join us. CT Radio's here. I'm sure Chase is here as well. He's always here.
What's
And
up?
so people missed out. I think it was Saturday. He came in all wild out and shit like he normally does, talking about I want a belly button piercing.
Oh yeah.
And so Miss Aaron and D-Man here are like, yeah, we're gonna fucking do this shit. We're gonna record it, right? So once we started getting into it, he started backing away immediately, like we weren't gonna do that shit. And so he was like, well, how about this? If you can get 100 comments. He wasn't specific. He didn't lay down any rules. He just said 100 comments of people saying, let's do it. So Miss Aaron took a funny photo of him. I wish I had it right now just to show you. But he was all like lifting his shirt up, acting all like funny and shit. And so she posted, she was like, all we need is 100 comments. And so all of our friends immediately jumped on. I know one of my friends commented at least 25 times. He was just like, yep, do it. He said it eventually flagged him for spam. But Miss Aaron went on there and approved every one of them. And so now I think for Thursday's show we should have a video for you of Chase getting his belly button pierced, because today is my day off and I'm going to run to Spencer's and get him one of them dangly ones that say bitch, and he's going to wear that shit for a fucking week or something.
That's going to be fucking hilarious.
That's going to be epic, bro. So thank you, Chase, for creating good radio with your nonsense.
Hell yeah.
But if you guys didn't know, he's there, yep. We got him. We got 106 comments, buddy.
Yeah.
You know? So anyways, but if you guys didn't know, we are a tattoo shop, and me and D-Man here are 2 of the best artists in the area. And because of that, it's tax season. Everybody's getting that money back. We just ask that you guys, bear with us a little bit because, we're busy as fuck right now. But if you guys have any questions, concerns, want to check out our work, go to apextattoofactory.com and check us out. There's a Q&A and all kinds of busyness up there. If you have any questions or anything like that, go to apexarttalk@gmail.com. Apex is APEX. And definitely, if you're catching us and you can't watch us on the screen, you can always catch us a couple hours after on ATF Art and Entertainment on SoundCloud. ATF Art and Entertainment Talk, on SoundCloud.
That's what I'm talking about.
And yeah, we're just trying to cheer you up, man. It's Monday. Mondays suck. It sucks for you. Sucks not for me because I'm my own boss. But
it's kind of chill for me. I ain't got no problem with Mondays. Like, I don't remember last time I said fuck Monday. That's what happened when you invest in yourself.
Yeah, no.
What is
So
the app called?
hopefully I'm gonna have another airsoft video for you. I did a lot of recording
There's
yesterday.
a lot of YouTubers out there.
Yeah, that'll be cool to see. I know that there were camera guys fucking floating around that whole thing, so I'm anxious to see. They were all about the Fight Club, though. They came over and they was filming the shit out of us.
Yeah, bro. I looked over and I'm like, there's a man in the bushes, and I started to shoot him, and I'm like, oh, that's a Nikon, bro. You lucky. He was about to catch something.
Yeah. Well, and I know one dude, well, after I got hit, they tell you to put a red rag over your head, and so I'm sitting up against this tree, and all of a sudden this photographer comes up, and I'm like, why is he shooting a picture of me leaning up against this tree? And I peek behind me, and some dude was doing some fuck shit behind me.
That's good.
He wasn't doing no, no
weird shit.
Yeah, but he was acting like he was going to blow my head off, and then he tried to take out my teammates from behind my head, and he was like, I'd dip your head down if I were you. I said, man, I ain't gonna fucking do shit for you so you could shoot my team.
Yeah,
and it forced him to move. Well, just because dead men don't talk, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna cheat in the game, but I reached up and I flicked my microphone to the side of my head, and I hit the comms button so that when he said, oh, I'd move your head if I were you, I said, no, I ain't gonna shoot my own team. They immediately knew he was right behind me and covered him. So I don't know if that's cheating or not, but I don't think it was. Because technically, you're not dead. You're bleeding out for 5 minutes. They tell you to sit on the ground for 5 minutes while you bleed out. So, if you're allowed to call for help, I figured, I could press the call button and not say nothing. I didn't cheat. He gave away his own position. But, so definitely check out WorldStar, man. That is, if you're on Instagram, I'm telling you what. Some of it probably ain't for you, but if you need a good fucking laugh, there's hundreds of laughs up on that page.
100,000. Like, WorldStar's been at it for a couple of years now.
Yeah, and so we also appreciate YouTube for letting us be able to do this whole live thing and get to you guys. So I've got a couple of trenders today.
A bison in my car.
Yeah, so this actually freaked me out because I'm from Oklahoma, and we had a giant wildlife refuge, and they had buffaloes out there, and they tell you not to get anywhere near the buffaloes, right? And so this one is very short, very sweet, but I was like, Jesus.
Bro, a bison.
Look at this. Number 16 trending. Yeah, oh shit.
Oh, you serious?
Holy cow.
And that thing is right. Dude, do you know how big a bison is?
Yes. He's licking them too. Tongue like a fucking skateboard, bro. Just smacking.
Dude, have you seen when animals attack?
Yeah, bro.
You ever remember where the buffalo fucking threw the dude up into the top of the tree? Come on, dude. I
ain't playing on no damn bison.
Yeah.
This ain't no monkey we talking about.
Never. That is a wild animal. If it wasn't born in captivity, that thing dude, it could have destroyed that dude immediately. One horn in the window,
door off.
Put a horn through the bottom of his chin.
Turned that whole car upside
Not for
down.
me. I love animals, but I ain't dumb.
I'm trying to go see some rhinos. I ain't never seen a rhino in person. They even still make they got rhinos at the zoo.
I think they might.
I think so, bro.
Look it up. It's out in Asheboro.
I know they got, when I went, they had like two different sides. Like they had like an Arctic side and then a desert side, and they got two different sides of the zoo.
I went to that before I actually lived here. I had come here on vacation, and they took us out there. I know that you better be prepared to walk because each one of those exhibits is an open exhibit, and they try and recreate their habitat or whatever. But yeah, get ready to walk.
Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of walking,
But
man.
they also, have you heard about the tiger rescue, right? Out on the other side of Jordan Lake?
Tiger rescue?
Yeah. So lions and tigers that were raised domestically that eventually got too big and the owners couldn't handle them, or maybe they got out and did something wrong.
Yeah.
So they're all in a habitat out there. They were all domestic tigers, but now they're all just kind of being raised in one place. And so if you ever get a chance to go out there, that's exciting. because they're not super dangerous at all because they're still domesticated tigers, but they're, you know, they've just gotten too big for whoever thought that, oh, this is a cute little lion, and didn't realize that that lion gets about 400 fucking pounds.
That's probably just a damn paw. I ain't thinking nothing like that. Well, never enjoy the lake and you see a tiger, you know why.
And then number 19, introvert versus extrovert. I just thought it was educational because, you know, people use these terms these days and you don't really know. And so this person kind of just laid it out in a little bit of a funny video. It's not crazy funny or anything like that, but it does explain the difference between an introvert and an extrovert. Okay. And it has to do with a chemical reaction in your body. And so this chick, I think she did a really good job of explaining it because now I know that I think I'm a extrovert.
Okay.
I think. We'll watch it and I'll.
Oh, that must be the pizza. I'll get it. Research shows the brains of introverts and extroverts have a pretty big difference. How we respond to dopamine.
It's me, dopamine. I'm so dope. I'm gonna drop the mic.
Here's how an introvert would respond.
I think I'm gonna head out.
Here's how I, a general extrovert, would respond. Why? This is my buddy Dopamine. I love when dopamine comes around.
Heck yeah, bring the party.
Hey! Dopamine is a brain chemical that's known for giving us that rush we feel when we get some sort of reward or have a fun experience. We all have the same amount of dopamine, but if you're an extrovert, you're more likely to feed off of it, like a kid eating bag after bag of Halloween candy.
She talking about ecstasy and shit.
If you're an introvert, dopamine may instead make you feel overwhelmed, like opening your cabinet and thinking, no way, this is too much candy. How much sugar does one person need?
Oh, you know what? I don't feel so good. This isn't really my kind of scene, just a bit much.
It's not that introverts hate their friends. It's that they are more comfortable in social settings that don't overstimulate.
Do you hate me?
Oh, no. I don't hate you, Dopamine.
Dopamine is my father's name. You can call me Dopey.
Okay, it's not that I hate you, Dopey. I don't hate people. It's just I'm not having the same reaction as Hannah. You know, the situation is just it's a lot of effort for me.
You know what? It's okay. I get it, Ingrid. Everybody's wired a little differently.
Yeah. Group high five.
Guys? Oh, okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, bye.
Hi, Ingrid. I'm acetylcholine. Unlike dopamine, I think I'm much more your speed. See, I'm a different kind of brain chemical. One that makes you feel good when you just want to chill.
Oh, she go eat.
Yeah, she gonna go eat the ice cream. She gonna grab the ice cream and go.
Share this video if you think it's okay to be an introvert or an extrovert.
So, I mean, it wasn't that crazy funny, but I thought it was cool just because I never knew the difference. I didn't know it was a chemical reaction. What do you know?
I would definitely say I was with the little girl.
Yeah,
like I wasn't feeling that. You know, dude came
I think I'm halfway in between. You know, when I'm ready to party, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna have a bomb fucking time. But then there's certain things that can set me off, like kids. You got a kid at your party, I'm instantly gonna be uncomfortable and want to leave. You know what I'm saying? So like I get different reactions, I guess. But you know, when you get my ass starting to drink and I'm around good friends, man, I'm get it, bro.
I don't remember last
what
time
I
had
do.
a good time, but I would definitely love a good time like that. He came in hype and dopamine. What did he say? Oh, you just call me dopey. Like, yeah, they all cracked out.
Yeah, well, most people don't realize is that dopamine is actually what gets you high when like people smoke weed. That's why they call it dope. It's how the dopamine in your body reacts to the drug that you're taking. Okay, so
Change.
Yeah, see, I educated you today.
So everybody gonna go around thinking whether or not they intro or
here with us. I know Chase is here. What's up? What's up? Nobody's talking today, man. Everybody was talking last week.
Chase, what you fighting today, bro? What they got you on the hunt for? Like
he's got to spend an extra 30 minutes after he only takes 15 minutes to do his job. He got to spend 45 now instead of 15 underneath the house.
That's fucked up, bro. You should smack that guy, bro. I know. you gotta watch everything.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely time for some art. And so what I found today was chainsaw art.
With the ice?
So before you say anything or think anything, I want you to remember that a chainsaw is a spinning fucking blade or combination of many blades on a chain, obviously. And when it spins, it actually creates inertia that like will throw like if you ever had a small wheel, and you spun it in your hand and went like this, it kind of turned your hands for you. So to be able to control a chainsaw enough to make art,
a skill.
I would say it's up there. And when you see what I have right now, you're gonna fucking flip your shit. So this is gonna be loud, but I'll try my best to keep it down to a minimum. So it's definitely not a 50-minute video, but this has got 1.1 million views, people. This is basically a time lapse. This is only like 5 minutes long.
It's a regular chainsaw too.
It is. And like some of these that is actually a small piece of wood compared to the other ones. Compared to the other ones that I have in store for you today. Like, look at that horse, bro. Oh, that's wood carving. Some of these people are starting with some fucking giant redwoods and shit. But the thing is he has no drawing. This is all like freehand. You know what I mean? It'd be like getting a freehand artist to fucking carve you something out of wood without drawing on it. My grandfather was a master carpenter, or is a master carpenter, and he'll get a block of wood and he'll draw on it and he'll carve it by hand, but you got a lot more precision when you're using a knife. When you're using something like this, look at how long that blade is. He ain't changing blades. He might switch to a different chainsaw to get a different effect, but
it's the way he holding it.
I can already tell what it's going to be, mainly because of the title at the bottom.
I was what I'm saying. I was like, oh, this gonna be an eagle, and then I slowly looked down, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense too. That was just the artist in me.
Yeah, I could see somebody that works on cars or something that likes to get dirty, that likes to be outside, you know, that knows a little bit about some two-cycle motors and shit, getting down like this.
Yeah, I think this is impressive. So is the ice. If you can do that with just a block of ice.
Yeah, ice, it's a time thing, you know, because ice melts. But this, I'm just like blown away because, I mean, he's taking small slivers here, small slivers there. He's kind of drawn it as he goes, almost as to reconstruct something from what do you say? When you do something backwards.
Do it backwards. Undo it. Redo it. Oh, here's a net around.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
For what the?
They actually, I was born in upstate New York, and we used to, one of my uncles used to, or great uncles used to work stand there making Philly cheesesteaks and donuts in the morning. And we would go out there and help him work just so we could get free admission to the fair. Yeah. And he also did this one called the Woodsman's Field Days. And man, I'm telling you, they do some wild shit up there. They'll take a snowmobile on grass, which is meant for snow, drive it down a hill and then across the lake. They'll do shit like two people will get on a log and see who can, and put the log in the middle of a pool and see who can stand on it the longest. And they'll be spinning their fucking asses off, man. They do this as well.
This is cool.
So he's got most of the feathers on the back done. He's almost got that beak perfect.
I wonder how long this took.
50 minutes. They said at the beginning it took him 50 minutes to do the carving. So they've got it down to a 5-minute video. Let's see here. Yeah, so he's 1 minute away from finishing here. Oh, look, he opened the beat. And so what a lot of the carver guys will do at the very end is they'll take a torch and burn the texture, and like they'll burn the color differential into the feathers and stuff. Oh, he's got the feathers on the head done. That shit is wild out, bro. I want one of those. And you know, it's like people don't understand is they're like, oh, he's just playing with the chainsaw. My mom had purchased a couple wooden bears that were carved with a chainsaw, and they all went for in upwards of $300 to $500. So if this only took him truly 50 minutes to do, he just and for an eagle and something that size, he'll probably make $800 for something like that. He just made $800 an hour.
Pretty much. That shit is cool.
You can now take the rest of the week off.
The whole week off.
You know, so
it was one day at work. Shit, he sat for the month. He doing his thing though.
And how much did he spend? Well, I mean, once you pay for that $800 just paid for every chainsaw he got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It paid for the gas. So in one carving that was $800, you know what I'm saying? He just paid for that shit. And what he's going to do is he's going to take a torch and he's going to burn a little bit of texture into it. And bam, money. Just showed you how to make money from art.
Chainsaw carvings. I wonder what the hell started.
Let's see if anybody said anything about that one. Negative.
That was deep.
Yeah, so I got another good one for you. You know, something that might hit a little bit more close to home as far as, you know, what the people are carving and stuff. I'm pretty sure this is it. This one may be an exhibition one. Pause it real quick so we can catch up to it. So there we go. Oh yeah, this is a good one. So the last one I guess is the one I have for you that's gonna hit closer to home. This hits close to home for me. This is only a 3-minute video. Come on, there we go. Look at this size.
Big ass logs out there.
Yeah, bro.
Got them real trees in Alaska.
Look at all them carvings in the background. Come on. YouTube's killing me right now.
YouTube Red. What the hell is you? What is YouTube Red?
That's what we pay for to not have commercials. Look at the size of that fucking... Oh, they can't even see. I didn't even put it up there. I'm fucking up now. Look at the size of that wood, bro.
That shit is huge.
That saw has got to be the size of this dude's body.
Jesus. I want to do that, bro. Go out there and record it.
Damn it, man. I want somebody to carve me a fucking jet ski like that and not just pull me around on the back of my boat.
Fuck yeah, bro. Smooth that bitch out.
Wow, that is like epically bad freaking... I'm gonna turn it down. Okay, there we go. And that isn't even really on. So whoever produced this video is not very good at sound. I mean, it's a good video, man, but turn the freaking music down a little bit. I mean, it was rocking that bass out. This is wild, dude. Look at him cut that shit out through the middle. You know, my grandfather could take one single piece of wood and make a functioning pair of pliers.
Wow.
And that's basically what he just did on cutting that middle out.
Yo, that's fucking epic.
Yeah. He's going to have to attach them horns, though. Because, you know, you're looking at it. It looked like two wolves about to fight,
yeah,
but these are actually two caribou. See, he's got the horns on now. Yeah, I could imagine that would have been a really tough feat to carve with the chainsaw, also the horns. So he has attached the horns. Now, if you can imagine, I'm sure this took him more than a day to complete. But that shit, this right here would probably go in upwards of $8,000 to $9,000.
I just stamped it at 10 myself. I'm like, that's 10K just sitting there right there.
And then he wood burned it and all that stuff.
With the polish.
Oh, that shit went too quick. Let me go back to it.
How did 39 people not like this? Like, I guarantee you, they ain't carving no damn caribous out of no chainsaw.
So there you go, people.
That's dope.
10 grand off of imagination. And, you know, it ain't perfect, but you get the point. And it's art.
It's
not all art's going to be exactly perfect. The motherfucker carved the shit with a chainsaw, man.
I bet if it was a big black fist, that should have gone on the damn internet. Big ass black fist. Turn that shit into a chair.
Let's go to our last one.
Oh,
if it's the one, I got one last one because I had to link it to North Carolina. Some shit some North Carolinians would buy.
Yeah, we ain't just making good ass barbecue.
All right, let's let it catch up a little bit here.
He probably gonna make a flamingo or something.
Ain't no flamingos in North Carolina.
I say he probably gonna make a flamingo out of his. He ain't lay his block down or nothing.
No, this is gonna hit close to home. There we go. So this was only 90 minutes it took him to do this one he's doing. Let's get some wild guesses going. What do y'all think this is about to be? I say an egg.
Damn, flamingo, bro. I told you it's gonna be a flamingo.
There's gonna be one fat back flamingo.
Hey.
Look at all them people. You can tell this is a competition right here.
That's a competition right there.
Oh yeah. That's up in Canada, British Columbia.
Oh, he's making a penguin.
How long is this video? 7 minutes, so that's not too bad. So we don't have 7 minutes left, so I'm gonna go a little bit forward. I bet you know what it is now.
It's a Chinese duck. Look flat.
That's that thing that always outran a rabbit, bro.
Bro, it's a bar of soap with a head.
Alright, let's go a little bit further here. See what he's doing. Because I got one more video for you just to top off the show, you know. I had a crazy idea.
Oh, he cleaned it up. He fucking did Donatello.
Donatello.
Yo, he's epic, bro.
Oh, he cheated. That's cheating.
He's sanding like, he trying to get his right, bro.
He's trying to get that turtle shell right.
Hey.
That is a sea turtle, people, with a chainsaw.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, kind of.
I bet you be hawking up freaking. Oh, he burning it. Yes. I was hoping somebody would do that. Because, I mean, most people, you got to sit there. Like, the longer you burn it, obviously, it's going to turn black. But if you just lightly go over it, you can add some browns, some blacks. Yeah. You can go through every shade of gray, every shade of gray except for, you know, it's brown. Brown and black.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, old lady?
I didn't know this was a team competition.
I know. She like, go put some pants on.
He got him a little protector guide on the tip of his chainsaw. You see that? Some kind of wheel that's keeping him from going too close.
Yep.
He's getting them edges, bro. Kind of made it look like water, man. That's cool as fuck, bro.
Some badass shit
so
right there.
as a North Carolinian, how much would you pay for something like that? Because he just did it in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a mailman. Yep. So, anyways, you know, while he's taking care of the mail and everything, thank you. We do the show every twice a week just so that you guys can come in and know that you are specifically born with a talent, you know what I'm saying? And if you could just figure out what that talent is, you could capitalize. And, I mean, motherfuckers just picked up a chainsaw and made money. I guarantee you, like, that second one we showed you with the caribou, all the links will be at the bottom, so you can go ahead and check these out in your own spare time once this video posts to our page. But in the background of the guy doing the caribou fighting was like at least a dozen giant fucking chainsaw carvings. So this dude is actually making a living, and you see the log cabin, he's living up in the mountains. That shit ain't fucking cheap, man. This dude is living his dream with a chainsaw, you know. And so if you just capitalize on that one thing you got, and I mean, hit us up if you think you got a talent. Let us do some analytics for you. Let me let you know what I know, so that I can help you, you know, be your own fucking boss. Because I think everybody deserves to be their own boss. And kind of goes to the last little thing. I've got a guy who's gonna help you deal with your boss, you know, being unfair and stuff, because it simply is the way that you think that is preventing you from success. And so I really appreciate you guys joining us today. I hope you guys have a better week because of this, or just because you know, it changed the way you were going to think for the rest of the week. If you guys have any questions or anything like that off the air, you can go to apexarttalk@gmail.com. And definitely, you know, apextattoofactory.com. All your questions for as far as art and stuff like that goes, you can check that out. We are busy as fuck, so, you know, bear with us a little bit. And big, huge shout out to our soldiers overseas and just serving, all the ones that have served. We have a huge fucking spot in our hearts for you. If there's anything that we can do for you guys, you just let us know, because we're gonna fucking do that shit. And you know, have a great rest of your week.
Enjoy your week, guys.
All right, so this last one's for you.
Your mentor disappears for long stretches? Good. Let him go. Take a long lunch, boss. I got it. Oh, you want to assign me these menial tasks? Well, eventually, if he's going to take all these breaks, then he's going to have you do the more meaningful work. So that's fine. You can do better work than him? Good. That's going to be fine. That's going to show through eventually. He's well connected up the chain of command. Beautiful. Beautiful. Because if you can now build a relationship with him, you're going to be well connected too. And that's going to be the hardest part, right? It's going to be hard to do. And it's especially hard to do because your attitude right now is negative, right? Your attitude right now is negative. It's a little ego kicking in. I can do better than him. I'm underutilized. He does things, or he's making me do things beneath my capabilities. Those are all just ego. It's fine. Ego's good. Ego's got a lot of positives to it. It's what's driving you to want to do better. So it's okay. But you're going to have to overcome that in this scenario in order to build a relationship with this guy. Man, I built relationships with guys that I hated. You know? I mean, because guess what? Does that make me two-faced? No, you know what? It's my job. I'm a professional. Yeah. I am a professional. I guarantee you. You come and work with me, you will see I am a professional. And yet, I will build relationships. So that means My job and my professionalism is more important than my ego and my criticality of other people, right? I'm not looking down on him going on. So, because what I want to do is build a good relationship. So when we build that good relationship with him, now if he's well connected with the folks up top, they're like, oh, what's up with Billy? Oh, Billy's good to go, man. He's doing a great job. Now, what if you're like, with the thing that so what you got to be careful of, what you don't want to do is create an antagonistic relationship with him. And that includes threatening him with your work ethic, threatening him with your performance level, threatening him with your skills. So you almost have to throttle back just a little bit enough that he's not threatened. Now, the other thing you could do instead of throttling back is what you do is you give him the credit.
The credit, yeah.
And you give him the credit, you're good. And now he's like pumped.
Yeah.
He's not looking, you build the relationship. That's what we want to do. We want to build a relationship, and we want to put your ego in check, do the little menial tasks, learn as much as you can. And let me tell you, all this is temporary. You will rise to the top. If you do it right, you will rise to the top. If you screw it up, you will never rise. If you create an antagonistic relationship with him, you will not promote. You will not. If you do it right, you will end up above him in the chain of command. It will take time. It will take swallowing of pride, but it will happen. It might take 5 years. It might take 7 years. It might take 9 months. I don't know. But that's what you have to do to make it happen. And have fun doing it. If you're going to go crazy every day, if it hurts you so bad, I make a game out of it. I mean, I'm going to make a total game out of it, where my goal is to build this relationship with this guy. I'm going to make a game out of it. We're going to have fun with it. I'm not going to be angry when I come home from work and go, God, I can't believe I had to shake his hand. No. I'm going to come back like, you know what? Hey, like talk to my wife and say, hey, guess what? He actually bought me lunch today, and we were laughing about the football game. I don't even like football. You know what I mean? I'm gonna build that, and I'm gonna win. And in the long run, you're guaranteed to win if you can play that game. So, again, everyone thinks it's gonna be like, he does not meet, because I was in the military. He does not meet the standards. What you do is you smash him and report him up the chain of command. Oh, good luck with that. You have this guy is well connected and has relationships with everyone. They're gonna go, hey, let's shut up, new guy.
Yeah.
Because you're actually proving, you're actually proving when you do this, you're actually proving that you're not a good leader and that you can't put your ego in check.
Yeah.
You're proving that. You're proving that you can't work with some people. We that guy. No, Jocko, Jocko can't work with anybody.
Yeah.
Jocko's really good as long as he's working with, his team. So what does that mean?
Yep.
That means you're confined for the rest of your life of only working with your team.
Yep.
Whereas if it's, hey, Jocko's good to go. He can work with anybody. Oh, he worked with Bill, who's an egomaniac, and he worked with Mike, who's a lazy bastard. Guess what? Doesn't matter where you put Jocko. He's going to get it done. Okay, cool. That's the attitude we want people to have about